I'm just going to look at you guys. You see the title. I shouldn't even have to say this. This is just ridiculous. You know what really, really, really rubs me the wrong way? You know, like I was mad at first, but I can't even be mad anymore. I have to laugh at this. Why are obese people considered handicapped? Just think about what I just said. Just think about it. I'm going to repeat this. Obese people are handicapped. When they're handicapped, that means they get a handicap sticker. That means they get to park in the handicap spot. Just picture this with me. Just go over this logic with me. You're eating so much that you can't walk around. You can't walk for a certain amount of time. So you're considered handicapped. Is this real? Can you believe it? Well, I know it's real. I've seen it. It's ridiculous. Do you know what handicap means? Do you know what handicap means? This is my definition of handicap. My definition of handicap is people who cannot physically walk on their own. It means disabled. Disabled means not able. You are not able to do something. It's like if I get my hands chopped off, I'm handicapped because I'm not able to write. Or let's say my hands are broken. I can't write. Get it? Like, if you're so big that you're handicapped and the doctor's giving you a handicap spot, like that's so disrespectful to everybody who really is handicapped. There's handicapped people out in this world. I was handicapped at one point. I tore my meniscus in track. Oh, let me show you the scar real quick. So I tore my knee up. I was on crutches 3 times in my high school career. That's almost once a year. Look at this. Ugh. Oh, look at that. I was handicapped. Ooh. And that was only temporarily. Okay. But like I said, there's so many people who are really handicapped. That's why it's so disrespectful for these doctors to be just waving these handicap signs off. Like, there's people who are veterans, U.S. veterans, who've been in war and who had their legs blown off. That's handicap. They were serving their country, and for doing that, they got shot in the leg or shot in the spine. Like, I know there's a guy I went to school with, he got blown up with an RPG. Not like directly, but it was near him. It was so close to him. This man went flying. He's no longer in the Army. I think it was the Army. Army or Marines. Like, that's handicap. What else? Like I said, people who lost limbs. I made a list. Athletes who get hurt. That's being handicapped. If you tear something in your knee, tear your ankle, tear some type of ligament, some type of cartilage. If you're on crutches, or if you're in a wheelchair, you're handicapped. What else? People who get hurt at work. Workman's comp. Some people, let's say you do roofing, okay? Let's say you do shingles and you fell off of a roof, broke your leg. You should be temporarily handicapped until that leg is fully healed. That's being handicapped. Or let's say you're on a lawnmower. I don't know how, but somehow your leg gets, I don't know. Use your imagination. Just use your imagination. Don't let me paint all these pictures. You make your own pictures of how you can get hurt at work or in sports or in a war. And not just that, but think about the elderly. There's people's grandmas and grandpas who their body is decaying and they can't walk as good as they used to. So that's why they might need a walker or a handicap spot. Because they're in their 70s and 80s and 90s. That's handicap. Okay? Can't believe this. Like, what do they teach in med school now? Like, in med school, does the doctor just say, okay, class, forget what you know from medical science 101. This is 201. In this class, we teach you if someone is a certain percent overweight, that means they automatically get a handicap spot. Like, was there a student in med school that was like, Professor, but aren't we supposed to be helping these people? Like, aren't we supposed to be encouraging them to eat right and work out? And the professor was like, who said that? Jeffrey, get the hell out of my class. Don't you get it? If we say they're handicapped, they're not going to want to better themselves. They're just going to want to keep on using that handicap spot, and they won't want to get better. Therefore, they keep coming to us for help and advice. And then we just prescribe more handicap spots. Then we get more money because there's more appointments. Idiot. What were you thinking? Like, what do they teach? What do they teach? What's the point of there even being personal trainers? You know what I mean? You gotta want to work out. You gotta want to better yourself. Like, I know fat people who know they're fat, and they say stuff all the time like, "Ooh, I need some sugar in this coffee." I'm like, you don't need sugar in your life. I told somebody that. I said, you don't need that in your life. That's what I tell people. You don't need that in your life. And then there's childhood obesity. This isn't even about childhood obesity. This is just about obesity. But they act like we didn't have video games back then, right? We had video games. We had cartoons. That's the thing. Our cartoons were better in the 80s and 90s than they are now, but somehow we managed to stay outside longer. How does that work? We had better shows, but we spent more time outside. How does that work? I would have never thought I'd see the day where gluttony is a cause for handicap sign. Do you even know what gluttony is? Gluttony is one of the 7 deadly sins. One of the 7 deadly sins. So you're telling me if somebody just goes around and goes to work and... Is this thing still on? Yeah, it's still on. Yeah. I think it's still on. Yeah. So if somebody goes around and he's mad all the time and he's got rage in his heart and anger and wrath, you're telling me he should be considered handicapped? People are going to say, no, of course not. Why not? It's one of the 7 deadly sins. So if someone just goes around and is jealous of everybody, I envy this person, I envy that person, I wish I had what they have, you're saying they should be considered handicapped? Of course not, Gregatron. Why would you even ask that? Well, because that's one of the 7 deadly sins. Let's see. What are the 7 that goes? It goes lust. I know this. Lust, envy, pride, wrath, sloth, gluttony. What am I missing? I know this because I watched Full Metal Alchemist. Did I say greed? I don't think I said greed. So you're telling me greedy mofos should be considered handicapped because the amount of greed? Why not? If you're going to make a 7 deadly sin a handicap, make all of them a handicap. You know what I mean? I couldn't. What are these doctors thinking? What are these doctors thinking, giving these people handicap signs? What are you thinking? Your job is supposed to be to help these people. You're supposed to be helping them. Not making their lives easier by making it worse. You're making it worse for these people by giving them handicap signs. So I blame the doctors. Yes, fat people are going to be fat people. Yes, obese people are going to be obese people. But who's prescribing these handicap signs? Who's giving them this stuff? It's not the people themselves. It's like the kids who play all the video games all the time. Like, who buys them these video games? The kid's not buying a $60 game. The parents are. So I blame the parents when it comes to the kids. I blame the doctors. I blame the doctors, man. Shit's out of control. America needs to take a look at itself. Do you even know the number one cause of death in this country? Somebody gonna say, well, is it cancer? No, it's not cancer. Is it AIDS? No, it's not AIDS. It's obesity-related issues. I'm going to say that again. The number one cause of death in this country is obesity-related issues. So how do you want to die? Do you want to die some horrible heart attack, or do you want your heart to explode in your chest from all this crazy food you're eating? I mean, I eat crazy food, but I take care of myself. I got the body of a fit person, but I got the mind of a fat person. I eat. Don't think that I don't eat. I eat. But I take care of myself. I walk, I run. You know, I'm going to cut this video off because it's getting long. Just listen to what I'm saying. Just take heed for a second. The number one cause of death is obesity-related issues for this country. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. And that's what rubs me the wrong way. And if you want some more good talk, subscribe to my channel. And I'll talk to y'all about some more things. Peace.